I am here with Ayla, and we are going to be talking about Gopher Gold, y'all. So I often, just so you guys know, I don't like to talk about my own courses a whole lot. And the reason why is because whenever I buy anything, I check out reviews. I check out what everybody else's experience is, because like what somebody tells me something is about may be true and may not be true, right? So I don't want you to even have to rely on what I say at all. I would prefer you rely on what other people say and what their experience is. Okay. So that being said, I am here with Ayla. Feel free to ask questions as we go through this, but let's just chat for a second. So how long have you been with Young Living?
I have been with Young Living. Actually, it is officially like, this is my 2 years this month. So
2
yeah.
years.
I'm super excited. I don't know exactly which day it was, but yeah, it's officially 2 years this month. So it's like my anniversary.
I love it. I love it. So what got you into becoming a builder in the first place, or deciding to check out the income side of this? I'm always curious about why people decide to do that.
Honestly, it started because I was a huge skeptic on essential oils. Like I got mad when people offered me oils. I was like, hey, just like back off, I don't care. And then someone, like a friend of mine, told me one day, look, you really need to try these oils. They're going to help you. It's going to make a difference, well, I guess we became friends sort of and got to know each other through this, which is part of what I thought was really cool. But also when I realized how well they worked and I tried them, I was like, what? Oh my gosh,
Right.
And I was like, how do I get these? And then she kind of explained the business a little bit to me. And I was like, okay, wait, so you're saying that I can sign people up now, like, even though I already ordered, like, cause I ordered. And I was just like, when I found out that I just have to order my products to be able to share, there's so many different products, there's so much different support, and just all those different things. I was like, why would I not do this? I'm going to be ordering every month anyways. Right. And I had just gotten out of, like, I had tried a different company before, and it wasn't really a good experience. Like, I thought it was going to be good, but then the person wasn't really there for me as a friend, relationship wise. It was like, I actually went to the hospital and they're like, well, make sure you keep doing your business. And I was like, oh,
shut your face.
No, I'm not even.
What?
Yeah. They're like, it'll make you feel better. And I was like, well, I'm kind of in the hospital. Yeah, it was horrible. And then also I was never told that you have to pay to have your website. And it's not optional. It was like $20 a month if you wanted to sell. And that was on top of your ordering and everything. And I wasn't told that originally. And so it was just like really yucky. And so then when I saw how different this was, I was like, wow, this just seems like, I don't know, it just felt really good.
Yeah. Like not skeezy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is up front. That's up front. There's no this is fun.
Oh, this is actually kind of easy. Yeah. I can't say easy. Simple. This is simple. Yeah. The FTC doesn't like when I say easy.
I like saying that it's easy work, but you have to work hard. Like what you do is fun and it's easy, but you have to show up every day and you have to put the work in, because every time that I stop putting the work in, my OGV reflects it.
Me too. Seriously, like I hope people understand that if I stop showing up, you can see it. It's with everybody's business. I don't care who you are. If you stop showing up, if you stop doing the things, your business is going to reflect that. Thank you so much for saying that, because I love to represent it too, because I've seen it in my own. When I had to take focus off of it onto something else, you could tell.
Yeah, exactly. And my boyfriend is a pharmacist, and like he always says that like when he went to school, a lot of it, like you have to pay your dues for whatever you want to do in life, Yeah. When he went to school, he was working a full-time job. He was studying every night. He was in school for multiple years. He didn't have a life, But now he gets like 4 weeks paid vacation. He gets to do what he loves every single day, And so I feel like once you find what you love doing, and if it's this, then if you're willing to pay your dues, it's great.
Yes, 100%. So where did you find out about Gopher Gold?
I was actually in which group was it? I think it was Grow, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw your video and you were talking about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like just, and like I really like that, like you gave some tips and things that we could use, but then you also explained how like there is more to it, and that, you know, you do offer it. It's what you do for your team. And when I heard that that's what you do for your team, you kind of explained your story. I was like, wow, you know, like just when you explained how you put so much work into things, like even the conversation cheat sheet, how that was like a compilation of like hundreds of conversations that you had with people, recording things and going over things and seeing what worked and what didn't. Like, I love that. And the fact that you're sharing that with people, I was like, yeah, I'll pay for that. Like, I'm shocked that you're even making it something that people can buy, because I feel like a lot of people would be like, well, I'm just going to keep this for my team for free. I don't want anyone else using it because it's going to, you know, make the market smaller or whatever it is. But that's not how, I don't know. It's just,
I was like that though. That's the thing. In the very beginning, I was like that. And then one night, I couldn't go to sleep, and it was like, it just kept coming up. So I couldn't go to sleep. And then I was like, okay, fine, I'll put some notes in my phone. And so I put notes in my phone about maybe building something like this out to be able to serve the entire community. And then I was like, I'll just get it out of my head so I can go to sleep. And then even though it was out of my head, I couldn't go to sleep. And I'm like, what in the world? I got up at like 2 a.m, something like that, because still not sleeping. I get up, my husband, Mike, is like, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, I don't know. I have to go write this thing, I think. And so I go out in the living room, I write it out completely, top to bottom, done in like 20 or 30 minutes. And I'm like, I just think I have to do this thing. And then whenever I finally wrote it all the way out, I could go to bed. And then the next morning we woke up, recorded the entire thing, and made it available that day. So it was one of those things that, you know how nothing happens by accident. And sometimes we're very subtly led in different directions. And sometimes you just can't sleep. And it's like, you've got to do this, because I'm not going to let you sleep until you do. So you need to figure it out. Right. So that is, because I did used to be that way. But it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. I was always in a place of, okay, guys, don't share everything, right? Because this is our stuff, da, 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 da. And then eventually I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to build a business with that much lack scarcity surrounding it. I can't. Like, for my soul, it was just like, I can't do it. And then whenever I made it available to everybody, it was like, now that feels good, right? Like, this feels good. But it
felt right.
Yeah, totally. So
Thank you.
and now we're just on a journey, right? Now we're just doing all of this stuff. So okay, so you saw it, and were you ever on the fence? Were you ever like, is this another one of those things? Okay, tell me about that.
So when I saw it, like, and I heard you talking about it, I was definitely like, wow, this sounds really good, you know. And I was talking to my mom about it and showing her, and she's like, okay, well, like, how many of these, you know, like, because I paid for a couple of them before, and she's like, how many have you done that you never finished? Or, you know, it turned out it was the same thing that was in the other groups. And like, I appreciate when people are sharing their knowledge and wisdom. I think that is absolutely amazing and beautiful. And, you know, I think that it probably connects to some people. Maybe it didn't connect to me, but I just found that there was a lot of, like you say, like fluff. And, you know, or it'd be like, you know, so many people like to say enroll people, get them on ER, and then duplicate. But then they don't really break down the how of how to do that. And you're like, okay. And I found it almost triggering sometimes, because like that was just, it doesn't work well for me, and I would end up crashing and burning. But then when I got into gold getters, actually, I was going through and I was starting in 90 days to silver, and I'm like, this is what's for free? Oh my gosh, you know, I'm like seeing all the support. And it's funny now because I'm like, hey, gold getters is your lead group for Gopher Gold. I get it now. And I love it. But yeah, it just going through that and seeing everything for free and just seeing those things helping my business already. I was like, if this is what I'm getting for free, and, you know, seeing the testimonies and hearing so many people say so many good things about it, I felt like I needed to do it. Like you said, that feeling about how you needed to share it. Like I felt for some reason in me, like I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, I need to do this for my business. And it's just like something in me was just saying like, this is the way.
Yes.
And it has been. Oh my gosh.
Oh my word. Well, so then tell me how, like, what kind of difference has it made in your own business? So tell me about that.
I actually made some notes because it's made a lot of differences.
Oh man, this is exciting.
Yeah. First of all, in April was my highest OGB since November. And actually when I'm looking, my OGB was just at 2,000 in November. It dropped to like maybe 1,100 in December. It was under 1,000 in January. And I think that's around where I joined the Gold Getters group. And I believe somewhere in between, I think it was February that I purchased Gold Getters. I want to say in February or March, somewhere around there. But you can see from when I joined Gold Getters and purchased Gopher Gold, it's been a steady growth in OGB since then, like just going up. And I reclaimed Senior Star in April. And actually, if I would have been able to get the Senior Star bonus, I would have qualified for that too, because I had my 2 legs at over 500 OGB.
Yes!
Right? I know!
Heck yes!
I know. And my 2 leaders reclaimed Star, and like they're not necessarily actively, like my mom is actively doing the business, but it's nice because they're both really, they love Young Living, they love the products, and to be able to be like, hey, guess what? You know, you reclaimed this rank. They were both so excited because even when you're not actively doing the business, to hear that I feel like sometimes that can make you go like, wait, what? I hit a rank?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, okay, you know, because it showed, so it was just, that was great. So I have that. I have 3 new members on my team from last month. And honestly, I know for a fact if I wasn't doing Go for Gold, 2 of them would not have signed up because I was so focused on selling the kit before Go for Gold. One of the people was a kit sale, which was great. And she's so excited. And that is like because of the conversation cheat sheet, and it's all because of it. But these other 2 people, it was so nice because it used to be stressful when people weren't interested in the kit. And in Canada, you can become a member for free. You don't need to buy a kit. You don't even need to make an order. You can log in, you can make an account and join. And I've had a couple people who were not kit signups who are now on ER every single month, you know, because they felt respected. But for the longest time, I had it in my mind, push the kit, push the kit, push the kit. And so that's what I kept doing. And a lot of people, if they didn't want the kit, they didn't sign up, you know, because they're like, I can't afford this. And I don't like that I'm not being given the other options. But then these 2 people, I just met them where they're at. You know, I gave them, here's the kit option, here's this option, here's this option. They picked what they wanted. They're super excited. And I also took your advice about the 3-way calling with customer service.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, like it made everything so much easier because there were no issues, there were no troubles. Like everybody just got signed up so quickly, and it felt professional. And they got all their questions answered from customer service as well. And I even rectified a relationship because one of those people who signed up was someone who I kind of stopped talking to me a year ago because I kept pushing the kit.
Wow.
And we had been talking because I was following the conversation cheat sheet. And, you know, just saying, hey, how are you doing? Like, I saw you had a baby, you know, I hope things are going well. And, you know, we've just been catching up. I never mentioned oils, anything like that. So I remembered what you said, and I was like, especially this time, you know, I cannot bring them up to her.
Right.
And she actually messaged me asking, hey, do you know what oils would be good for my baby? He's not sleeping very well. She's like, I really can't do the kit right now, you know, da-da-da. And I was like, you know what? I am just going to say sorry here. And so I was like, you know what? I am so sorry about what happened. I'm actually doing things a completely different way now. And I really apologize for that. I'd actually like to bring you a care package just to kind of make up for putting you in that position. Also, here are 2 oils I think would be great. And within 24 hours, she had purchased the oils.
You guys, that's something, and I think I have a few different pieces of content on that, but there's some on YouTube for sure on rectifying relationships whenever we have gone too hard in the paint. Yeah.
It feels so good. And now we're talking every day and becoming friends again. And it's nice because we started with a really good relationship. And so I'm really thankful that I can have that
Oof.
back too, you know?
Yeah.
It's great. Oh gosh. And then yeah, I said I never finish Young Living trainings that I pay for. And this one I'm done Gopher Gold now, and I'm almost done my 28-day challenge, and then I'm hopping on to Bring On the Builders because I got that too. And it's like I finished all, like I don't understand. Like I can't believe that I finished all of this. I'm
Then whenever
shocked.
when you're done, then you look back at it and you're like, that's a lot. Like you just made, because we literally walk you through step by step by step by step by step of things that can be massively confusing, but they're not, because it's so compartmentalized. Okay, do this. All right, now chill. Now do this. And then chill, and then do this.
I have a couple of mental illnesses, and I would just like to say, like, when I try doing different things, sometimes I can get really triggered. I get into these really big highs, and that's why it can be really dangerous for me if there's a lot of fluff and people are like, do this, do that, you know, da da da, and then I go out and try it and it doesn't work, and I just like crash, you know, and it's dangerous. But with this, like, I didn't feel overwhelmed. I didn't feel like I was getting built up to something that was not true. Everything was just baby steps. Like I did not have one breakdown while doing this. And that is huge for me. Huge, huge, huge. Like even, it was amazing. And even when I'm showing my boyfriend this, he's like, that's so good, you know? And, oh, and yeah,
I love it.
it's great. And I'm going back to work, like I said, and I'm not even worried about going back because everything is organized and automated. And I can't believe I'm saying that because I'm not organized and automated. I forgot to text someone back from a year ago. So this is like, you know, like it's
I get
good.
it.
Yeah. I even had a member message me saying, hey, I got the newsletter and, you know, I love it. And I've been loving the premium starter kit emails and da, 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 like her new member campaign.
Yes.
And so helpful. I can't wait for my kid to come in. And I was like, right, I have people on that now. That is awesome, you know?
Yes.
It's so good. You click a button and it goes out.
It's so easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. Yeah. Well, what would you say to somebody who is, who's sitting on the fence right now, who's looking at Gopher Gold, and maybe they just joined Gold Getters and whatever, and they're seeing all of this stuff, but they're thinking, but it still may not actually be what everybody's saying it is. What would you say to somebody like that?
I would say I thought the same thing, and I'm telling you to try it and do it because it is amazing. It is what everybody says it is. And honestly, just working on my bat signal and my conversation cheat sheet, not even speaking business wise, it has improved my life mental health wise. It has improved my life relationship wise. I'm able to connect with people more now. I'm able to be a better friend. I'm more present in conversations. Like it honestly just kind of walks you through how to just be better in relationships. And so even if for some crazy reason it didn't do anything for your business, your life is going to get better from it. But it will do stuff for your business because I doing stuff like, you know, the meme or the gif where the guy's like that, like that's like where he's like shocked. That's me every time. I'm like, oh, my OGB went up. Oh, and my projected OGB is higher than it's ever been. Normally after I hit senior star, every time it drops back down to 1,000. This time it's over 1,500, and it is April 4th. So yeah, that is like, I'm like, all right, like I have some. It's just so good. And there's a whole community full of support too, like the Gopher Gold student group, the testimonial group, oh gosh, I can't even remember each one right now, but they're amazing. And oh gosh. And also if anyone is watching this and you want to think about buying it for your builders, I will say do that too, because I did. And I actually just, while we're doing this call, I had a builder message me saying, I'm still doing my modules. And she's so excited because this is exactly what she needs. And it's perfect because she's in an international market. So it's helping me to support her while also taking care of other things, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's also awesome. Now I get to be in Diamond Lane for a month, and it is like buying her Gopher Gold was less than Diamond Lane. So now like it's just oh my gosh, it's great. And she feels so invested in, and like when I sent that to her, like she she didn't realize that I bought it for her. And she's like, oh, you know, thanks. She thought I was talking about gold getters. The next day she opened up her email and she's like, oh my gosh, you bought me the course. You're the most amazing person in the world. Like, da, 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 da. And like, it just like, it meant so much to her, you know? And I feel like it meant so much more than sending a desk reference or, you know, a bottle of oil or something like that, because it's something that she can use for the rest of her life to grow her business.
Yes. Let me, essentially what it could be, you guys, and then I have to pop off of here, but essentially what it could be is it could be like, you could be buying them the course, which is what, 67 right now? And you can essentially be buying them their ability to sustain themselves for the rest of their lives. You can buy them the ability to live from their hearts and make an income from their souls for the rest of their lives. That there's no end to feeling good about that.
And it frees up time too, because now her and I can check in and be like, hey, what's your bat signal? Cool, this is mine. Okay, where are you working on your lead group? You know, versus before where I was having to send everything, and now I want to get all my builders in on this because it sets them up, you in Gopher Gold walking by their side, and then me walking them through Gopher Gold, and it's just like this perfect setup.
Yes, boom, that's it. Well, Ayla, thank you so much. I appreciate your time today.
No problem. I appreciate you doing all of this. You're amazing. You're like, you're honestly like my young living idol.
Oh, I love that. Well, you guys, you have the best day. Everybody that's watching, you have an awesome day, and we'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Martha.
Bye-bye.